the world of entertainment, some of the most memorable moments are not the ones that are carefully scripted or planned in advance. They are not always the dramatic announcements, the perfectly staged interviews, or the grand moments on stage under bright lights. Sometimes the moments that stay in people's hearts the longest are the simplest ones. Those small, spontaneous interactions that reveal a person's natural charm and humanity. Recently, the internet was once again filled with laughter after a lighthearted comment from a public figure quickly spread among fans. It was not a serious statement or a formal message. Instead, it felt like a playful invitation, something said with humor and warmth that instantly caught people's attention. With a relaxed tone, the comment went like this: "Go ahead and do whatever you want." I love seeing the comments asking Photoshop experts to pair me with fans. It makes me laugh. I'm like, okay, do this pose and I'll put you next to the real me. Please, all you geniuses, Photoshop me together with my fans. At first glance, it sounded like a simple joke. But for fans, it felt like something more than that. It felt like an open door to creativity, a moment where the usual distance between celebrity and audience suddenly felt a little smaller. Normally, fans can only admire their idols from afar, through screens, performances, photos, or short interactions at events. But with that playful sentence, imagination suddenly became part of the experience. It was as if the artist had said, "Let's have fun with this together." And the internet responded immediately. Within hours, social media began filling up with edited photos created by fans. Some people carefully opened their editing apps and tried to imagine one simple scenario. What if they could actually stand next to their idol? The results were both hilarious and surprisingly creative. Some fans made edits that looked like casual selfies in a cafe. Others created scenes where they appeared to be walking side by side in a park. A few went even further, designing dramatic settings, standing together on a stage under sunset skies, or posing like they were attending a glamorous event. What made the trend so enjoyable was not just the images themselves, but the spirit behind them. Many fans were not trying to create perfect illusions. Instead, they embraced humor, imagination, and a bit of playful dreaming. Comment sections quickly turned into spaces filled with laughter. People complimented each other's edits, shared tips about photo manipulation, and reacted with emojis and jokes. A simple joke had suddenly become a collaborative creative space. Moments like this reveal something unique about internet culture. When a public figure allows room for playfulness, fans often respond with incredible creativity. They turn small interactions into shared experiences. The line between artist and audience doesn't disappear completely, but it softens. Instead of being a distant figure on a pedestal, the artist suddenly feels like someone who can laugh together with their fans. And sometimes, those moments of shared laughter become even more special when they are accompanied by another unexpected moment. Something spontaneous, sweet, and completely unplanned. Around the same time, another small but unforgettable moment captured the attention of fans. It happened during a relaxed atmosphere when actress Zhao Lusi was speaking casually, surrounded by laughter and playful conversation. In the middle of that cheerful moment, she suddenly said something that made everyone pause for a second. "Why, Lu, oops, I got a little carried away." The phrase immediately sparked curiosity. Fans quickly realized that what she had just said sounded very much like, "I love you" in the Hainan dialect. The moment itself was not dramatic or serious. In fact, it was the exact opposite. It felt spontaneous, warm, and full of her natural charm. Right after saying it, she laughed softly, slightly embarrassed, as if she had only just realized what she had said out loud. Her reaction made the moment even more endearing. She smiled shyly, covering her face a little while the people around her reacted with amusement. For fans watching the clip later, that tiny moment became incredibly memorable. There is something uniquely charming about spontaneous honesty. When someone blurts out a phrase like, "I love you" in a playful dialect and then laughs because they feel a little shy, it feels real. It feels unscripted. And that authenticity is exactly what fans adore about moments like these. Many viewers said the most captivating part wasn't just the words themselves, but the way she said them. The soft tone of the Hainan dialect, her cheerful expression, and the slightly flustered laugh afterward made everything feel naturally adorable. It was not a confession meant to be serious or dramatic. It was simply a moment where someone got carried away by the warmth of the atmosphere. And somehow that made it even more special. Soon, the short clip began circulating widely online. Fans shared it across platforms, replaying the moment again and again, smiling at the same few seconds that captured such genuine charm. Some fans even began combining both viral moments, the Photoshop joke and the Wa Ai Lu moment, into their creative edits. They imagined themselves standing next to Zhao Lusi right as she said the phrase. Others added speech bubbles like in comic strips, turning the moment into a humorous scene. A few edits showed exaggerated reactions from fans standing beside her, pretending to be shocked or delighted by the unexpected confession. The results were both funny and heartwarming. It once again highlighted something beautiful about fan culture on the internet. Creativity fueled by affection. For many fans, these edits are not just jokes or visual tricks. They are small expressions of admiration, playful dreams brought to life through digital art. In reality, most fans will never stand next to their favorite celebrity for a photo. But through creativity, they can imagine what that moment might look like. And when the celebrity themselves laughs about the idea, the distance feels even smaller. Moments like these remind people that the entertainment industry is not only about performances, awards, or carefully planned publicity. It is also about tiny human interactions, moments where someone laughs, gets a little shy, or says something spontaneous without thinking too much about it. Those moments often resonate far more deeply than any scripted scene. A playful invitation to Photoshop. A spontaneous Wa Ai Lu. A shy laugh after realizing what was said. Individually, each moment is small. But together they create something surprisingly meaningful. A shared experience between an artist and the people who support them. And somewhere on the internet right now, there is probably another fan opening their editing app, carefully placing themselves next to their idol in a photo. Maybe smiling, maybe laughing at how silly it looks. Not because they expect it to be real, but because sometimes, a little imagination is more than enough to make people smile.